We've talked a lot about the NFL free agency and who the Patriots should think about bringing into the organization, but who should they think about keeping as well? I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar. We're going to talk about three big names, Devin McCourty, Joe Thuney, and Kyle Van Noy. We've talked about them in previous videos. We've talked about whether or not we think their market is going to be high, whether or not we think they're likely to stay in New England. Out of those three guys, who do you think will be suiting up in FOXBORO in 2020?
I think Devin McCourty is going to come back. The Patriots reached out to him at the Combine and his agency, and they talked extension then. They still haven't gotten that done, but when they picked up Jason McCourty's option last week, that kind of signaled to me that they have the McCourtys in the plan. I don't know if Devin is going to sign before the free agency window opens, but I believe that the Patriots and Devin McCourty's team have mutual interest in bringing him back.
And with Kyle Van Noy, he kind of made a bit of a stink on his way out. The final couple weeks in FOXBORO were a little bit rocky in that he talked about how the man wants to get paid. So do you think he will be paid?
I think he's going to be a little bit disappointed by his market so far. At least what I'm hearing is that his market isn't robust. There isn't a ton of teams out there knocking down the door for Kyle Van Noy. I think the biggest reason why right now is that this is a really, really deep defensive line free agency class. There's a ton of really good pass rushers on the free agent market, and Van Noy is the type of guy that, as good as he has been for the Patriots the last couple of years and certainly last year, is pretty scheme specific. You have to have a certain type of scheme, a Patriot-like scheme. So Miami, Detroit, those are going to be the teams, maybe Tennessee, that are going to be interested in Van Noy. But I don't think that he's going to break the bank quite as much as he thought he was going to, because guys like Jadeveon Clowney, Shaq Lawson, a lot of different really good edge rushers are reaching that free agency, where in years past, guys like that with that kind of talent never make it to the open market.
And obviously the offensive line had its fair share of ups and downs in 2019. A lot of that due to injury, but Joe Thuney was really pretty consistent and an anchor on that offensive line. Should the Patriots do what they can to keep him around?
I think you can make an argument that Joe Thuney was the best player on the offense last year for the Patriots. He was that good. He was the third most valuable in terms of WAR, which is a Pro Football Focus stat that measures just wins above replacement, just like the baseball stat. A guard was the third most valuable player on the offense behind Brady and Edelman. If they don't play quarterback and wide receiver, I think that Thuney, if you adjust it for position, Thuney might be the most valuable guy. With that said, don't be surprised if Thuney stays in the AFC East, but not with the Patriots. The Dolphins and the Jets are going to make strong pushes for him in free agency. He is looking at over $15 million per year on the open market, going to completely shatter the guard record and just redo the entire offensive line structure. That is tackle money for a guard. That's how good Joe Thuney is and how highly people covet him. I think that there'll be other teams interested as well, but the Dolphins and the Jets are prepared to just blow him away with an offer.
For all of our Patriots free agency coverage, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.